The Summit Tools WSP Series digital torque wrench features cutting-edge technology and an ergonomic, easy-to-use tool. The WSP Series features a non-slip grip, carrying case, and 5 sockets. Every tool includes a serialized certificate of calibration and is rated at ±3% tolerance for clockwise torque and ±4% tolerance for counterclockwise torque. The Summit WSP Series torque wrench comes with an LCD display which provides torque measurements in kilogram-centimeter, Newton-meter, inch-pound, and foot-pound. The Summit WSP Series also features 2 operation modes, peak and track, and features an LED light bar and audible buzzer. To set the operation mode, hold down the unit setting button until an audible beep is heard. Then, using the up or down buttons, switch to P for peak or T for track. Once set, press the unit setting button to set, and then once more to confirm. In peak mode, the wrench will record the highest torque applied. If more than the set torque is applied, the tool will provide a flat buzzer sound and flash red. Track mode has no memory at all. When the load is removed, the display will return to 0. At 90% of the set torque, the wrench will sound an audible buzzer and the LEDs will flash green. At 100%, the torque will provide a solid buzzer and flash red. Should 110% of the torque be applied, the LCD will flash an error message to notify the user. At Summit, we understand that proper calibration is critical to machine maintenance and safe operation. The Summit Tools WSP Torque Wrench Series ensures you have the right torque every time.
Hi there, today we're going to show you how to use a Pro Bike Tool torque wrench set. Firstly, we'll just quickly introduce what's in the box. Inside the case, you have the wrench itself, an extension bar, and a range of bits. When you first take the tool from the box, you need to carry out a short procedure to prepare the tool for the first use. To do this, you simply follow the following 3 steps. Firstly, you set the torque to 2 Newton meters, and then you push the head one side to the other, and you'll see a small click. Once you've done this, you set the torque to 6 Newton meters. You're now ready to do the final step, which is to set the torque back to 2 Newton meters. The tool should now be ready for use. However, we always recommend that you test the tool at 2 Newton meters before you carry out any further work. To insert the relevant bit into the tool, you simply push the button on the back of the ratchet head and push the tool in firmly. You can then release the button on the back of the head. To check that the bit is fully secure, it's always worth giving it a little tug, and it shouldn't escape from the wrench head. To find out the torque that you need to apply to a relevant component, you should normally find it printed on the component itself. For example, you can see here 5.5 Newton meters and here 6 Newton meters. If the torque reading isn't written on the component itself, have a look on the component's website or in the product instructions. So now we'll show you how to torque this area of the bike. As you can see, we need to torque it to 5.5 Newton meters. To set the torque on the wrench, you pull the collar down and rotate the handle like so. You need to line up the number on the wrench shaft with the number on the wrench collar. So, in this case, to get to 5.5, you rotate until you're at 5 on the shaft and 0.5 on the collar, like so. You then release the collar, which locks the torque. To set the direction of the drive, you simply push this to either side. However, it's important to note that you should only ever use a torque wrench to tighten bolts. Do not try to use it to loosen any. So now, to tighten this bolt here, you simply insert the bit and very softly and gently rotate the wrench until it clicks out. So you can see there that the wrench clicked out. At this point, you do not want to tighten any further or you risk damaging the component. Now that you've torqued up the relevant component, you simply release the tool bit by pushing the button on the back of the head and pulling it clear, like so. Prior to storing away the wrench, you should always set the Newton meter reading back to 2. This takes all the tension off the spring and ensures that the tool works perfectly every time. So there we go. That's how you use a Pro Bike Tool torque wrench set. Happy wrenching!
Hey, this is Brennan from Tekton Tools, here to show you how to use the Tekton 24-340 half-inch drive torque wrench. First, the torque wrench has a 2-piece scale with the main scale on the handle body and the micrometer on the knurled handle. To set the torque wrench, loosen the lock nut at the end of the torque wrench. This torque wrench has increments of 25 foot-pounds on the main scale and 1 foot-pound on the micrometer. If you want to set the torque wrench to 120, turn the knurled handle so that 0 is on the bottom of the 100. Then you turn the micrometer another 20 spaces so that it is set to 120. Lock the torque setting by tightening the lock nut. Then you are ready to go. It is important to use the torque wrench slowly and steady so you not miss the torque setting you want. When the desired torque setting is reached, you will hear a click. Do not continue to move the torque wrench after you hear the click, or you can over-tighten the nut or bolt. When you are finished, make sure you store the torque wrench at the lowest setting to maintain accuracy.